Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Jero. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. In the same way, when we have a man on board, that man must be looking for a woman. Today we have a woman. She will tell us the kind of man she is looking for. No, I will tell you because I don't want to call her. It is very early in the morning, and I prefer calling sometimes later in the day. Some of these guests are available for calls, live calls, but again, I would prefer to do this by explanation. She's my friend, by the way, and we can always do this. So, our guest on today's show is a 48-year-old single lady who is single and searching. Again, you could be asking yourself, why is she single at the age of 48? What kind of a man is she looking for? And questions like that. Every other time we attempt to answer these questions, we are then able to give you the reasons or not for giving a call or not giving a call, reaching out or not reaching out. Because when you get to understand details, at the end of the day, you ask yourself, is this candidate compatible? Is this the kind of candidate that I would so want? Is this the kind of candidate that resonates with my spirit? These are very important questions to ask yourself. Our guest on today's show is a medical doctor, and you see, she's a clinical officer in the Kenyan coast. And at the age of 48, you would want to know why she's single. Does she have children? How many, if she has? And things like that. Her name is Wanjiru, so she comes from central Kenya, and she's looking for a husband who is between the ages of 50 and 60. If you're that man, you are between the ages of 50 and 60, and you feel like you could fit in the description that I'm going to explain the next few minutes, then reach out to her because she is going to be a good one. One, she is born and raised in a Christian family. Of course, she comes from the Mount Kenya region, so she is a Kikuyu, but she's open to different people from different parts of the country or different parts of the world, because at the end of the day, you are looking for a soulmate. You're looking for somebody that your heart will be skipping for. You're looking for somebody that will be compatible. You're looking for somebody who has shared values. You're looking for somebody that will be a blessing to you. So she is legally divorced, and when somebody is legally divorced, that means the divorce or the separation is backed up by papers. There are documents, official government documents, to show that partner A and partner B are no longer couples. Partner A and partner B can only meet via coincidence. Otherwise, anything arranged is out of bound unless otherwise stated. She's looking for a man who is a devoted Christian, a man who is humble, a man who is polite, a man who is hardworking, a man with genuine love, and a man who is ready to lead a good marriage. At the end of the day, you are looking for that one person that will give you vibrancy. You are looking at that person that will give you love in abundance. You're looking for that person that you can love and they love you back. They will reciprocate in just the same way or even better. At the end of the day, you want to get a match that is going to give you joy, joy unspoken. You want to look for that man who is responsible, if you are a woman, that is. And she's looking for a man who is also polite. You know, there are people who are not polite. There are people who are not humble, with or without money. I don't know whether you've ever met people who don't have anything, but they are very proud, very arrogant people. If you are that kind, please, either you change or you don't even contact Daktari Wanjiru. Again, she is looking for a man who is also very serious, a man who has what it takes to be a good man. And she is a mother of two young adults, a boy and a girl, and you can be sure that she is coming alone. Okay. However, she understands that people who are between the ages of 50 and 60, because that is her preference, people who are within those age groups, those age brackets, are likely to have children. And you see, you cannot define whether somebody will be having old children or young children, old that is young adults or otherwise, because I even have people on the show who are, let's say, 62, 63, but they still have children in grade 7 and in high school. So you cannot really judge it. It all depends on the age at which you got them. Because if you get your children at 35, it is very different from somebody who got them at 18 and 20, because you see they have 15 years apart or more. You understand? So age does not really define the subsequent age of your children. Again, she is looking for this man who is a devoted Christian. There is something about people who are devoted Christians or devoted in their religion. When somebody is coming to be their match, that person should also share the same values. Because if you do not share the same values, it is going to be very difficult for the both of you to be compatible. Okay? And there's something very important that I want you to note, because when it comes to the nature of her job, I've told you she's a doctor, she's a CEO, a clinical officer, and a doctor in Kenya today, according to our 2010 constitution, health is a devolved function. You know what devolution is? Our 2010 constitution gave us a devolved form of government, the same kind of government that is in the United States. What does devolution mean? Devolution is the sharing of power from the national government to the county governments. Okay? It is a transfer of power and responsibility from the national government to the county government through the representatives from the ballot. In the US, a federal government is that form of government from the, or what we call devolution, is the transfer of power from the federal government. Now, federal is to replace national, okay? From the federal government to the state government. United States of America is made up of more than 50 states, I think 52 states. And these 52 states are independent, but they share what we call transfer of power from the federal government in Washington D.C. to the state governments in whatever state. Okay, from this state to the other state, from this state to the other state, from this state to the other state. So for Wanjiru here, she is a clinical officer, a medical doctor for that matter, and she's placed, or her placement is in the coast. So when you are quoting her, it is very important to note that these days, you do not just get a transfer easily. You don't just get a transfer. Why? Because health has already been enshrined as a devolved function. So she is employed by the government of the Republic of Kenya via the county government. So the county governor is the employing boss, but on behalf of the government of the Republic of Kenya. So you see, it is not as easy as people might think when it comes to getting a transfer. So that is something you should be able to know. So it is not something, unless maybe she wants to quit, which I am not aware of, unless she wants to quit. But these are discussions that can be made. So that now helps you to get an idea of who she is and why she is placed in the Kenyan coast, but from the Mount Kenya region. We are wishing her well. We hope she gets a good match. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. After this, I will post her contacts on my Facebook page at Jenga Njero, or pin it in the first comment of this video. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.